mga tao, no? So, I'm starting the recording. Good afternoon. Good day sa inyong lahat. And today we'll be discussing the last topic for the introduction to philosophy of the human person. Every time that I discuss this, medyo nalulungkot ako kasi pakiramdam ko this is my last discussion to you guys, no? Pero anyway, no, I'm happy that we have been in this journey, you know. Salamat sa pagsama sa akin in this journey. Alam ko na hindi naging madali, no? At may isa pang huling pagsubok bago tayo matapos, no? Pero alam ko kakayanin ninyo yun. Now, let's now start the class with a question. Have you ever read the book of Revelations? No, Revelations. Have you ever read this book of Revelations? Nakapanood na ba kayo yan? May ibang mga nakapanood, nakabasa ng book of Revelations. Alam niyo, sabi doon, no? Sabi doon, if the end of the world, no, yung paggunaw ng mundo ay malapit na, mararamdaman daw natin, meron daw darating na isang malaking gera, na isang malaking war. Away-away, no, land to land, no, persons to persons, sobrang kaguluhan, no. Tapos ang meron pa doon, ang sabi, meron daw darating na isang malaking earthquake, no. Meron daw isang malaking earthquake na maaaring sumira sa mundo, no. At hindi lang 'yon. Magkakaroon din ng maraming tinatawag na volcanic eruptions, no. Napakaraming volcanic eruptions. Pero ang pinaka nakakatakot doon, meron daw darating na plague. No, may darating daw na plague. Ano yung plague? Isang salot, no? May darating daw na isang salot. Come to think of it, no? Come to think of it. Before the pandemic started, no? So I think in mid last year, no, 2019, merong scare na nangyayari na magkakaroon daw ng World War 3. Tama ba? Narinig nyo ba to? Pa-heart react nga ako kung narinig nyo tong World War 3 to. Ayan, no? So grabe, nakakatakot. Nag-aaway yung Lebanon, nag-aaway yung Amerika. Grabe, sobrang nakakatakot na pwede daw magpakawala ng nuclear weapon itong Amerika at Lebanon, no, na maaaring ikasira ng mundo kaya magkakaroon ng gera, no? Ganun, nakakatakot, no? At and also during that year and until today, no, natatakot tayo doon sa tinatawag na isang malaking earthquake na tinatawag nating the big one, no? Grabe, takot na takot tayong lahat, no? At nung January 12, no? January 12, 2020, grabe tong pangyayaring ito. January 2020, January 12, 2020, grabe yung nangyari. Ano nangyari dito? Sumabog yung Bulkang Taal, no? There's a volcanic eruption, no? And on March, no, yung sa gitna ng ating kasiyahan na nagsuspend si Mayor ng klase for 1 week. Hindi natin alam, yun na pala yung simula ng pagbabago ng buhay natin. So more or less, if you will be asking me, we are seeing signs, no? We are seeing signs of the end of the world. No? We are seeing the signs of the end of the world. No, ano na lang yung kulang, yung blazing chariots, no, marami, no. So pag binasa niyo yung Revelation, kikilabutan talaga kayo, no. This is my question. Katapusan na ba ng mundo? No, katapusan na ba ng mundo? Malapit na ba? Sa tingin ninyo, no? I cannot answer yes and I cannot answer no. No, hindi ko pwedeng masabing hindi ko pwedeng masabing hindi, no? Because only God knows, no? God knows. Why I'm telling this? No, why I'm telling this? Because every time that we talk about the end of the world, we may also talk about death. No? We will always talk about death. Ang problema dito sa death, hindi natin siya pinag-uusapan. Walang magtotropa na kakain sa labas tapos biglang mag-uusap. Alam mo, gusto ko nang mamatay mamaya. Ano? yung tuwan-tuwa kayo tapos pinag-uusapan niyo yung kamatayan. Walang magtotropa na gagawin 'yon. Walang isang tao na pagkagising niya, Lord, thank you, mamatay na ako mamaya. Walang ganoon. Wala sa ating ganoon. Why? Because we are all afraid of death, no? Isang niyan, we are all afraid of being hurt, no? So more or less, yun yung ating pinaka, no? Yun yung pinaka isa sa mga bagay na pinaka kinatatakutan nating lahat, no? More or less, no? Ang problema kasi natin, problema nating mga tao, alam naman natin, no? Sabi ng mga philosophers, we are all being towards death. We are all beings towards death. Ibig sabihin, ako bilang tao, darating at darating ang panahon, mamamatay talaga ako. No? Darating at darating ang panahon. Kahit anong mangyari, kapag kapanganak mo, you are destined to die. No? You are destined to die. Kahit ano ka, mayaman, mahirap, maingipin, wala, maitim, maputi, lahat kayo mamamatay. No? Ang problema ng mga tao, ang problema ng mga tao ito, they are waiting. We are all waiting. We are waiting for death. No, parang ganun. Ganun yung nangyayari. We are waiting for death, which is wrong, no? Simula sa araw na to, we will be dealing with the human person and death. No, we will be dealing with the human person and death not by waiting, but by preparing, no? We will not be talking about death by waiting. We'll be talking about death by preparing. Anong ibig kong sabihin? Anong ibig sabihin ko dito? Ito yung natural principle. Birth, no? Your birth and your life starts at birth and will end in natural death. Yan yung main concept. Yan yung main principle. We look at birth and we look at death, but sometimes we forgot the things that is in between. We forgot that there is something in between birth and death. Anong tawag natin doon sa bagay in between birth and death? Ang tawag natin doon ay life. Amen? So, in order for us to prepare for death, we need to live a meaningful life. Pa-heart react nga ako if you all agree. Tama ba? Pa-heart react naman ako dyan if you all agree. We are preparing for death by living a meaningful life. No? Yan yung pinakamagandang bagay na pagnilayan natin ngayon. That's why this is my key questions, no? This is my objectives first, no? Let's reflect on the meaning of life. Intindihin natin, ano bang ibig sabihin ng buhay? Bakit nga ba lagi kang nandito? Bakit nandito ka sa mundong ito? No? Bakit ka nandito sa mundo? No? And you need to explain the meaning of one's life. Hindi lang basta reflect. You need to explain. Dapat sa harap ng tao, alam mo kung bakit ka nabubuhay. Ang ganda ng commercial, yung RC. Hindi, joke lang. Walang kakwento yung RC. No? Pero meron daw certain meaning yan. No? So, more or less, no? Maganda ng commercial ng Nescafe. No? Hanggang sa ngayon, lagi ko naaalala yun. Para kanino ka bumabangon. Di ba? Ang ganda. Explaining the meaning of one's life. Nagiging walang kwenta yung buhay mo pag ginagawa mo yung mga bagay-bagay para lang sa sarili mo. Nagiging walang kwenta yung buhay mo pag ginagawa mo yung mga bagay-bagay para sa sarili mo. If, for example, I am a teacher and I'm being a teacher just for myself, walang kwenta yung pagiging teacher ko. Di ba? Do you understand? Kung kayo estudyante kayo, para sa sarili nyo, mapapagod kayo. Pero kung ikaw, estudyante ka, para sa pamilya mo, para pagdating ng panahon, maiahon mo yung pamilya mo sa kahirapan, lahat ng bagay na ginagawa at pinaghihirapan mo ngayon will have meaning and will eventually make your life meaningful. Amen? No? Tama ba ako? No? So, more or less, yun yung bagay na dapat nating pinag-uusapan at yung mga bagay nating pag-uusapan if we talk about death. No? Kaya nga nakakatawa kung mare-record ko lang yung inyong mga muka during the time na binigay ko yung activity, yung gagawa kayo ng eulogy, gulat na gulat kayo, no? Pinakagulat na gulat sa inyo si Hans, sabi ni Hans sa akin, "Sir, yung gagawin ba natin suicide note, no?" Gulat na gulat din ako sa tanong niya. Suicide note daw ba yung gagawin, no? So more or less, no, we are not talking about death as death per se. If we talk about death, we talk about what happened in your life. Yun yung magde-define kung you have a meaningful life. No? So, you need to enumerate projects and goals that you want to accomplish in life. Mga ba, Kayo, marami kayong pinagdaanan, marami kayong mga bagay na nalagpasan. Pero may good news. Wala pa kayo sa kalahati. No? Wala pa kayo sa kalahati ng mga bagay na dapat nyo pang pagdaanan. No? So more or less, no? More or less you need to understand, no? Na ito yung mga bagay na dapat nating intindihin. That's why my key questions, what is the meaning of your life? And how can you attain a meaningful life? No? So I wanted to discuss this using the concept of great philosophers. No? Ang daming pag-uusapan dito. Siguro mga 8 philosopher. But for this part of our discussion, I'll be choosing only 3. No? 3 lang po yung i-discuss natin kasi they are highly philosophical. No? So to be guided. No? Just for you to be guided. Si Socrates, no? Si Socrates, ay isang great philosopher katulad ng pinag-aralan natin simula nung simula. No? Simula nung simula. Sabi niya doon, Socrates believed that knowing oneself is a condition to solve the present problem. No? Ano ba yung present problem? The present problem is tinatawag nating ignorance. No? Ito yung problema. Ito yung problema ng society. Na parang nawawala ng meaning, no? Nawawala yung meaning ng mga bagay na ginagawa ng tao. Ito yung doon pumapasok yung tinatawag na ignorance, no? More or less, ang sabi niya dito, for Socrates, for a person to be happy, he has to live a virtuous life, no? He has to live a virtuous life. So more or less, marami siyang tinatawag na estudyante, and one of the great student of Socrates is Plato, no? So alam naman natin 'yon, no? Pero more or less, ano nga bang ginagawa, no? Anong ginagawa ni Socrates sa kanyang mga estudyante, no? Paano siya nagtuturo? Paano natin siya na-discover as a great teacher, no? More or less, he uses expository method, no? Or the expository method, no? So, paano ginagawa itong expository method na to? So, more or less, no? Ang ginagawa niya dito, he answers question whether it is implied, no? Whether it is implied or whether it's a direct question, no? So, ganyan siya sumagot ng tanong, no? So, kahit na yung mga tanong, no, kahit na may yung mga tanong ay direct questions or implied questions, no? Sinasagot ni Socrates 'yon ng maayos, no? Paano ba yung example ng direct and indirect, direct and implied question? Pag sinabi nating what is life, no? Pag tinanong natin what is life, is it direct or implied question? What do you think? Na pa-message naman ako sa inyong sa inyong chat box. What is life? Is it direct or indirect? No, direct or indirect? No, correct. No, very good, Justin. No, so that is a direct question. Pero if I ask, no, if I'll be asking, what is life with you? No, ayan, no. So, or what is life for you? No, is it direct or implied? Direct or implied? What do you think? It becomes implied. Very good. No, it becomes implied. So if it's direct concept, direct question. Pero if it's applied or implied to something else, so more or less it becomes implied question. No, so more or less hindi niya siya sinasagot. No, si Socrates hindi siya sumasagot ng definition. Hindi siya sumasagot by definition. No, hindi niya 'yun ginagawa. Ang ginagawa niya para sagutin itong direct and implied question, sinasagot niya 'to sa pamamagitan ng analogy and illustrations. No? Sinasagot niya yan sa pamamagitan ng analogy and illustrations. No? So gumagamit siya ng mga bagay, no? Gumagamit siya ng mga bagay na inaihahambing, no? Na iihahambing dun sa mga bagay na yun. No? So for example, if I will be asked, what is life for you? Life is like riding a boat. You are uncertain of what is in front of you. No, more or less parang gano'n. Hindi ka sumasagot ng definition. Hindi mo dinedefine yung life. Ang ginagawa mo, you use different things, no? You use different things in order for you to answer the question. Ganun yung ginagawa nito ni Socrates, no? So let's dig deeper, no? Let's dig deeper with the teaching of Socrates. more or less, ginagamit ni Socrates in teaching is yung tinatawag nating Socratic method, no? Yung tinatawag nating Socratic method. Meron siyang dalawang part, no? Merong dalawang part itong tinatawag nating Socratic method. No, una ay yung tinatawag na ironic method or ironic process, no? So, more or less, no? Itong idea na to, itong ironic process, parang nangyayari, nililinis ni Socrates, no? Nililinis ni Socrates yung utak ng mga estudyante, no? He is reading, no? He is reading the mind of the student of their own prejudice and biases, no? So inaalis ni Socrates, no? Inaalis ni Socrates yung mga yung mga bagay na alam na ng estudyante beforehand, no? In order for that learner to understand in order for that learner to be humble and accept that he is ignorant, no? In order for the student to accept that he knows nothing, no? He knows nothing. Do you understand? Ganun yung unang ginagawa, no? Ganun yung unang ginagawa ni Socrates. Kasi ang nangyayari sa tao, marami na siyang alam beforehand. And every time na may pumapasok na bagong kaalaman dun sa tao, ang ginagawa ng tao, ay hindi, mali yan. Mali yan, hindi ganyan yung pagkakaalam ko, no? Nagpaturo ka pa kung alam mo na pala, no? So sabi ni Socrates, ganito ang gawin natin, alisin natin yung mga prejudice, alisin natin yung biases, alisin natin yung mga dati mong alam in order for you to understand that you're ignorant and you know nothing. Na? Yan yung unang process na ginagawa niya, no? Nasusundan natin ng tinatawag nating hindi ko alam kung paano niyo to babasahin, no? Pero let me spell it out to you. Meiotic, no? Meiotic process, no? M-A-I-E-U-T-I-C, no? Meiotic process, no? Ano namang ginagawa dito sa meiotic process, no? So the learner, Socrates, the teacher, will now draw the knowledge, no? From the learner, no? The teacher will now draw the knowledge from the learner. Ibig sabihin, ang gagawin ngayon ni Socrates, no? Ang gagawin ni Socrates ngayon, he will now make conversation, no? He will now make conversation. Makikipag-usap siya, no? We will now be making conversation. He will now be making dialogue, no? You will now be making dialogue, and more importantly, he will now ask questions. No, he will now ask about questions. No, so ganun ang gagawin ni Socrates. Tatanungin niya, no? Kunwari magtatanong yung estudyante niya about something, he will answer by asking questions again, no? So that the person or the learner will now dig deeper about something that he don't know to himself, no? To himself. The knowledge will not come from Socrates, but from the learner themselves. Do you understand? Kaya nga, know thyself. Do you understand? Yun yung bagay, no? Yun yung ganun yung ginawa ni Socrates. Ganito yung naging pagtuturo ni Socrates, no? He don't answer questions. He asks questions, no? He make questions about the questions, no? You do questioning about the questions in order for them to get answers, no? From the learner themselves, no? Ang tawag natin doon ay Socratic method. Kaya nga ang sabi doon, no? Persons wanted to live a happy life or virtuous life. And we need to understand that hindi yung virtues, yung mga bagay na mahahalaga para sa tao, the virtues are not acquired, no? Hindi sila acquired. Hindi sila learned, no? Hindi sila learned through education. What happened is that it is already embedded, or there is already a seed in the heart of that human person. And by continuous dialogue, continuous conversation, ang nangyayari, ginigising ni Socrates yung tinatawag na virtue dun sa loob ng tao, no? So knowing what is in the mind and heart of the human being is achieved through self-knowledge. Paano ba natin malalaman? No? We wanted to have true knowledge, no? We wanted to have true knowledge. Paano natin yun malalaman? Sa pamamagitan ng self-knowledge. We need to know thyself. No? Know thyself sa pamamagitan ng tinatawag na Socratic method. No? True knowledge means wisdom. And wisdom means virtue. Okay? So, kaya nga, babalik tayo dun sa Socratic ethics, no? Para ma-realize natin yung meaning ng buhay. Yung meaning ng buhay, ito. Happiness is impossible without virtue. Napaka-imposibleng maging masaya kung gumagawa ka ng masama. No? Napakahirap sumaya if you are always doing what is evil. No? Kaya nga, human person, no, unethical actions harm the person, no, who performs them more than the people who they victimize. Tandaan niyo to, every time, sabi ni Socrates, every time na gumagawa tayo ng evil, ang sinasaktan natin, yes, nasasaktan yung ibang tao, no, no, dahil dun sa masama nating ginawa. Pero higit sa lahat, sinasaktan natin yung sarili natin. Why? Now, let me give you an example, no? Bakit natin sinasaktan yung sarili natin? Because we are not evil in nature. We are always good in nature. That's why every time that we committed evil, every time that we do bad things, we harm our nature. We harm our manness, no? We harm our essence. Let me give you an example. For example, may isang tatay, ha? May isang tatay na nagnakaw, no? Ginawa niya yung pagnanakaw na yun kasi gusto niyang pagamot yung kanyang anak na may sakit. No? Sa tingin niyo, gusto niya yung ginawa niya? No? Ang gusto niyang gawin, iligtas yung anak niya, pero hindi niya gusto na magnakaw. He wanted to do good. However, he used bad medium or bad actions. No? Kaya ang nangyari doon, oo, nasaktan yung nagnakaw, yung ninakawan. Pero mas nasasaktan yung tatay kasi kinailangan niya pa yung gawin para iligtas yung kanyang anak. Do you understand? Because the nature of that tatay is not evil. No, not evil. The nature of that tatay is a loving person, which is good. Do you understand? Malinaw po tayo doon. So therefore, every time na gumagawa tayo ng evil, no, we are harming our nature. Sabi ni Socrates. Pa-heart react ako pag naiintindihan ninyo ako. Ayan, pa-heart react ako. Thank you. Okay. So now let's go to Plato. Let's now go to Plato. So, bukod sa pagkakakilala natin kay Plato bilang estudyante ni Socrates, paano natin nakilala si Plato? No? Paano natin nakilala to si Plato? Ano yung pinakasikat na concept na naaalala nyo para kay Plato? Meron ba? Ha? Sige, mag-chat kayo dyan. Gamitin natin ang chat box. Ayan. Meron kayong naaalala? Okay. Meron ba? Sir, yung two worlds. Very good, Justin. No? The two worlds, which is the world of ideas, no? The world of ideas and the world of reality. Sige nga, Justin, parinig ako. Anong ibig sabihin ng world of ideas and world of reality? Okay? Justin? Ayan. Kaway ka sa mga subscriber ko, hindi, joke.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, yung sa yung sa may world of ideas po, yung concept nun is that yung mga bagay na exist sa mundo is hindi totoo, pero yung totoong bagay na yun nag-exist, parang yung totoong version ng mga bagay na yun is yung idea na bumuo sa mga bagay na yun. So yung sa world of true, yung mismong physical presence ng mga bagay.
Very good. So more clear, no? Very good. A very good explanation. Sabi, no, lahat ng mga bagay na nag-exist sa world of realities are just shadow or just imitation, no, of what perfectly existed in the world of ideas. So lahat ng mga bagay na nandito sa mundo ay illusion, no? Parang gano'n. Ganun yung sinasabi niya, no? Kaya nga, sabi ni Plato, no? Sabi ni Plato, ang pinakamagandang bagay daw na ginagawa natin, no? Since tayong lahat dito ay illusion, we are just illusion, we are just shadows, no? Of what is really existing. So, more or less, para magkaroon tayo ng meaning, no? Magkaroon ng meaning yung buhay natin dito sa mundo, what we do, we need to contemplate, no? We need to contemplate. Contemplation, no? So, ang ginagawa sa contemplation, our mind will now be in communion, no? In communion with the universal ideas or eternal ideas. So, yung utak natin, dapat siya ay magko-connect dun sa mga bagay na totoong nag-exist dun sa world of ideas. No? Parang gano'n. We wanted to connect, no? So, ibig sabihin, para sa kanya, no? Let me just give you, wala ito sa PowerPoint, no? Let me just tell you this, no? Para sa kanya, para kay Plato, we know everything, no? Alam natin lahat, no? Lahat ng bagay, alam natin. Itong bagay na pinag-uusapan natin ngayon, sigurado ako, alam nyo na yan, sabi ni Plato. Alam nyo na yung mga bagay na to. Alam nyo tong mga bagay na sinasabi ko, alam nyo yung mga bagay na ginagawa natin, alam natin yung mga bagay na tinuturo sa atin sa school. Alam na natin yan. But, since we are confined, we are enslaved in our body, since we are enslaved with our body, ang nangyayari, since our body is a liability, no? Liability. No, pag sinabi nila liability, ibig sabihin nagkakaroon ng sakit, no? Nagkakaroon ng sickness, no? Totoo naman, no? Nagkakasakit tayo. Totoo naman na we are bounded by space and time, no? Yan yung nangyayari sa atin. We are bounded by space and time. So ibig sabihin, no? So ibig sabihin ang nangyayari dito, we know everything, but since we are in the body, what happened is that we tend to forget, no? We tend to forget. Nakakalimot tayo, no? Nakalimutan natin yung mga bagay na yon, no? So, alam natin lahat, pero since we are in the body, we tend to forget. So, if we forget, paano tayo makakaalam or paano tayo makaka-gain ng knowledge? If we forget, what we do in order for us to know? Do we need to study? Do we need to research? No. What we do, we need to remember. We need to remember. We need to remember by contemplation. Do you understand? Di ba ang ganda? Parang pakiramdam ko ang tali-talino ko pag si Plato yung kausap ko, no? Kasi parang alam ko naman lahat eh. Aalalahanin ko lang. Ganun yung paniniwala niya, no? So that's why contemplation is a very important part of humanity, no? Why? Because ayun na nga, no? Since we are mortal, we are finite, sa pamamagitan nitong contemplation, naaabot natin yung immortal, eternal, infinite, and divine truth. Pero ang problema natin, hindi natin siya ma-acquire, no? Hindi natin siya mag-grasp, no? Hindi natin siya mag-grasp kasi nga because of the body, no? Limited yung body natin. Hindi kaya ng katawan natin, no? Kaya saan natin ma-realize? Saan natin makukuha yung truth? Saan natin makukuha yung knowledge, no? Yung true knowledge, saan natin siya makukuha, no? We will only attain true knowledge through death. Pagpatay na tayo, no? So knowledge can be only attained after death. For while in the company of our body, the soul cannot have the pure or true knowledge. Do you understand? Malinaw ba? No? Sinong gustong magka-true knowledge? No? Ayan. Pa-heart react nga ako kung naiintindihan ninyo ako. Ayan, pa-heart react ako. Ayan. Thank you. Okay? So, that is Plato. No? That is Plato for you. Let's now talk about Aristotle. No? Si Aristotle, no, sabi niya, no, ang ganda din ng definition niya, very philosophical. Sabi niya doon, Aristotle's account of change calls upon actuality and potentiality, no? So lahat daw ng bagay ay may tinatawag na actuality, no? Actuality and potentiality. Potentiality. No? Pag sinabi nating actuality, ikaw yung being mo ngayon. That's actuality. No? That is your actuality. But every actuality, no? Every actuality will have its equivalent potentiality. No? You have your own actuality, but but you may also understand that each actuality will have its equal potentiality. For example, there is a child. No, there is a child. That's the actuality. The actuality is a child. No, that's the actuality. Actuality, child. Now, what's the potential of a child? Ano ang potential ng child? Sige nga, what's the potential of a child? If the child is the actuality, what's the potentiality of a child? Ano? What? Can you tell me? Sige nga, can you tell me what's the, kung actuality a child, ano yung potential na pwedeng maging siya? No? Ano? Crew. Ano? What is the potentiality of a child? No? Sige, bigyan natin ng example, no? Ang actuality a child, ang potentiality niya to be an adult. Do you understand? Malinaw? Malinaw? Part react nga ako kung naiintindihan niyo 'yon. Part react ako. So that is an example of actuality and potentiality. For example, for a student, no? What is the student is the actuality, what is the potentiality? The student, yes? Anyone? To
work.
To graduate. Very good, no? Thank you for those answers. That is correct. So that's the potentiality. For example, for an ice. The ice is the actuality. What's the potentiality? Ice. Yellow. Anong water or to melt. Very good, no? Water or to melt. Very good. So that's the answer. For example, for a friend, no, joke lang, no, for a chatmate, no, there's a potentiality na i-ghost ka niya, hindi, gano'n, no. So, do you understand? That's potentiality, no. So, ibig sabihin, no, since we are actuality, no, we are actuality, and we have limitless potentiality, no, we have limitless potentiality. We are capable of what we call change. Amen? Tama, di ba? Magbabago tayo, no? Yung bata, no, hindi siya mananatiling bata, no, magiging matanda siya. Kaya meron tayong tinatawag na, no, so more or less we will then understand that everything in nature seeks to realize itself. So, hindi siya mananatiling bata, no? Yung child, hindi siya forever na bata. Hindi siya forever na bata. He wants to realize himself, and more or less darating ang panahon, magiging adult siya, no? Magiging adult siya. Yung student, hindi siya pwedeng forever student. Darating ang panahon, kailangan niyang gumraduate, no? Kailangan niya magtrabaho, kailangan niya magka-family, no? Do you understand? Ganun yung nangyayari. So he needs to realize himself. And every ang nangyayari dito, every actuality, no? Every actuality will have its potentiality, no? So, ang mangyayari, pag na-reach mo na yung potentiality mong yon, your potentiality becomes the actuality now. And since you are another actuality, meron ulit potentiality, di ba? Do you understand? So, kunwari, ikaw ay child, no, ikaw ay child, tas magiging adult ka. Pero hindi ka lang basta adult. No, kailangan working adult ka. If you're working adult, no, syempre dapat you are providing adult, no? So, more or less nagkakaroon ng possibilities, no? Habang ikaw ay nagiging actuality, may darating na bagong potentiality. Do you understand? So endless yung potentiality, endless yung pag-i-improve, endless yung pag-change, no? Ang tawag natin dito, so actuality, no? Actuality, potentiality, no? Yung process na to, tas magiging actuality ka ulit, ang tawag natin doon ay yung tinatawag nating intellecti, no? Intellecti, no? Ang tawag natin intellecti. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Nothing happens by chance. Hindi yan tsamba. Hindi tsamba na nag-melt yung yelo. Hindi tsamba na pagdating ng panahon, yung child magiging matanda. Ang nangyayari, it follows a certain pattern. pattern, no? It follows a certain pattern, no? It follows a certain pattern. Do you understand? Malinaw tayo doon, no? So, dapat maintindihan natin 'yon na it's not a built, hindi siya by chance. It happens in a pattern, no? It follows a pattern. Okay? So, ayun na nga, no? For the world of potential things, no? For a world of potential things to exist, there must be something that is actual, no? Kung lahat tayo ay actuality, no? Or meron tayong actuality, then we go to our potentiality, no? Merong in this world of potential things, no? In this world of potential things, merong two kinds, no? May dalawang klase ng being, which is living and non-living, no? Ano ang kaibahan ng living and non-living? No, anong kaibahan ng living and non-living, no? Pag sinabi natin non-living and living, sa science may sagot tayo. Sa philosophy, ano kayang ibig sabihin ng living and non-living, no? Any idea, any try? Any try? Pwede ko bang marinig ang inyong mga boses? Your philosophy about this, living and non-living. Ano kayang kaibahan? Ano kaya ang kaibahan nila, no? Gertrude, may naisip ka ba? Gertrude?
Sir, hindi ko po sure.
Sige, go.
Sir, kasi, di ba, sabi ni, dati, Aristotle, yung soul, nasa loob lang ng body.
Okay.
So, siguro kapag dead na, wala nang soul yung body.
So, more or less the soul, okay. Medyo, pero hindi no? Thank you for that. Now, living and non-living, what do you think? What makes living different from non-living? Ano kaya ang kaibahan ng living and non-living? Anyone? Barwell? Meron ka bang sagot sa aking tanong? Barbs? Ayan. So, what do you think? Living.
Wala na akong maintindihan.
Okay. So, awareness, okay. Sige, thank you. Sabi ni Fritz, awareness, okay. What makes that awareness? Sabi ni Justin, sir, yung living is yung physical presence, then yung non-living is yung soul. Okay, medyo may no? Pero more or less living is alive, no? Living is alive, non-living is not alive. What makes them alive? What do you think? What makes them alive? No? Purpose, no? Purpose almost, no? Living soul, okay, yung iba wala, yung isa wala. Pero sabi ni Aristotle kasi merong tayong ibang klase ng soul animal soul, human soul, vegetative soul, mga ganon, consciousness, okay? So, more or less, no, the simple explanation is this, no? So, for example, yung adult, no, yung child, paano siya nagiging adult? Meron bang gumagalaw sa kanya para maging adult siya? Di ba wala? No, more or less, yung child, magiging adult siya, no? Yung child magiging adult siya kahit na walang ibang walang ibang mag-interfere, no? Magiging adult siya. Pero for example, a stone, no? A stone. Yung stone ba kaya niyang maging isang statue nang siya lang mag-isa? 'Di ba? Hindi. No, do you understand? Hindi. So anything that can reach its potentiality, no, and another actuality, no, will be considered a living thing, no? So more or less yung child, yung hayop, yung animals, yung plants, no, they can reach their potentiality, no? They can reach their potentiality, no, on their own, no? Pero itong mga non-living things, for example, stone, water, gano'n, no? They can change, they cannot change on their own. We consider them non-living things, no? So we then understand in the world of potential things, there must be something that is perfect, no? The perfect actuality. Yung ibig sabihin, yung pag nakarating ka sa actuality, wala nang ibang potentiality. No, wala nang movement. Wala nang movement na mangyayari from actuality to potentiality because you are perfect actuality already, no? And there is no other being than the unmoved mover. Or we can say God. 'Di ba? Yun yung sinasabi ni Aristotle, no? Sabi ni Aristotle, sige, kung merong ang actuality and potentiality ang lahat ng mga bagay, there must be something, no? There must be something na tinatawag nating unmoved mover, which is lahat ng bagay nagbabago pwera sa kanya, no? Lahat ng bagay nagbabago pwera sa kanya. Bakit? Kasi siya na yung pure actuality without any potentiality. Hindi na siya magbabago, no? Paano siya nagiging paano siya nagiging connected sa purpose natin sa buhay or meaning of our life? Therefore now, objects and human beings move towards their origin and perfection. But we then believe that this unmoved mover is our creator. And what happened is that we need also to move towards, no, we need to move towards that unmoved mover. We need to know what is need to realize that unmoved mover. So therefore, kailangan, no, kailangan we strive our best to reach our actuality, no? We need to reach our actuality. We need to improve in our daily life. Yung paulit-ulit tayong mag-i-improve, no? Yung parang we wanted to reach that perfection na alam naman natin na hindi natin ma-reach kasi nga tayo ay do you understand? No? So the highest human activity is also contemplation about the unmoved mover. Do you have any questions? No?